Hello, US 101 history class. Welcome to week 14. I know that many of you just emerged from a holiday week plus the work from this class. I understand that you might be a little extra tired. This week, you have a paper that is optional for extra credit, okay? So, you can have less work this week, or you can do more if you need to get the points. I just want to say a few things about this week. We are going into the U.S. Civil War. You'll see a lot more videos, and I have quite a bit of different readings for you to look at. And you'll also notice that the discussion is 20 points instead of 15. I really want you all to take a good look at this material. You have grown up most likely, well, if you have been raised in the United States and been to public schools in the United States, you will have covered the Civil War probably a few times, but not in this way. And if you did not grow up in the United States and this is your first real exposure to the history, I just want you to know that while this is not way out there in terms of off the radar, obviously I have documentaries, let's say, on the role of Native Americans during the Civil War. A well-made documentary that was put on television, but it is not something that most people even think about when it comes to the U.S. Civil War. We're going over the declarations of secession. That is the southern states making public statements in writing as to why they are leaving the Union, with no ambiguity, as you will see, on why they're doing that. And I want to encourage you to always hold on to this knowledge, because I have literally watched people with PhDs giving a lecture on trying to claim that the U.S. Civil War was over tariffs or something else. I watched a libertarian do this, and not once even address the declarations of secession, where the southern states' leaderships are saying why they're leaving. And see if you can find tariffs as a main issue or a reason. Okay? So, then you are also, like I said, I'm also incorporating the role of Native Americans within this war. And I have a link discussing some aspects of the way that it shifted the cotton industry in the world. So I have two links. Usually I just have one for what's going on in the world at the moment, so to put the United States history in context to the outside world. So you wouldn't think of Egypt being heavily influenced in its history by the U.S. Civil War. And so I have that link to show you. I also do have a link for the Taiping Rebellion in China, a civil war that was taking place in China around the same time as ours, where there was a leader that thought he was Jesus' brother, that was going to use the Bible as a part of their constitution if he won, but in a sort of esoteric way mixed with Chinese religious beliefs. And it'd be interesting if he would have won, what China would look like now, if that would have actually really took off and been a thing. So anyhow, I wanted to really just put everything into context. I have a link at the bottom in the readings also of Sojourner Truth. I would have liked to have gone over more information about her and others. I didn't get a chance to do it that much. If you've been exposed to her and you know that I ain't a woman, ain't I a woman speech, you will see that you've been misled somewhat on the way that she talked. She talked more eloquently in terms of standard English and that certain vernacular was imposed into her speeches that are not rooted in real history. So you could just take a look at that if you're interested in delving deeper into her history as well. So there's a lot that's covered. And I want you to, feel empowered by doing this, because what you are able to do by covering this week's topic, this grim topic of a U.S. Civil War, is to place its history in a way that helps us make sense to where we're at now better. And you'll notice I have a link also to the last Civil War bride, and you'll see what year she died. This also helps us realize that this is a relatively recent history. That, in our short lifespans that we live, certain things that seems oh so long ago are actually not. So I hope that kind of really puts some perspectives on things for us as well. Again, in terms of where we're at in America with race relations and just the way that we're having a battle of history and the culture wars, and to think about what you're learning there in context to all of what's going on now. So always please contact me if you have any questions, problems, or debates that you would like to have about any of the content you want to delve deeper into, something that you question. Please always feel free to contact me. I hope you're having a great week. Oh yes, last thing to say, very important. I am going to Portland, Oregon to work at my other job for a week while I'm grading. If I instantly open up the class in the middle of the week, it's because a snowstorm is coming, and if I fear that there's any issue with power going out, I will open up the class immediately for the next week so that you have access to that. So I don't get you behind, just in case that I get behind a day or two with the power. That's happened before. It looks like that's not going to be the case, even if there's a little snow. But I just want you to know I'm going to make sure that I don't put you guys in a jeopardized situation come the end of the semester, okay? So that's all I wanted to say on that. Have a great rest of your week, and we'll be in touch.